And we are live. Today I'm casting alone here for the match of Flying Eagles and Zephyr. But before we get into those games, there are two clips we had last stream to show for y'all. First up, we have Flying Eagles Academy versus Giashio, and they were in the middle of a tough team fight over here. And as you can see, the Lord for himself just gets a double kill. Pretty hilarious. We almost saw Lord getting 4 kills here on also King Sama and a Teresa right there, but unfortunately, it was only two. Would have been funnier though. Though the second clip, when I was casting alongside Wolkenstern, as you can listen here, he had a pretty long stutter. Let's listen to it together.
uh, Yes, you can. I mean, that flying you like he can immune lots of things. Yes, you can throw at him. I just had a stroke. Sorry.
Yeah, that happened to our Wolkenstern as he was casting alongside me. It was a pretty funny clip though. I was laughing there. It was a pretty fun stream last time. Make sure after this one you should also check out the last stream. We also recently made a TikTok account. If you were into TikTok channels, we send it in the chat and it's in our Discord server as well. And for this match as well, we are not gonna have a 5 ban lobby due to some difficulties with Moontoon and taken away some of our accounts. So in that case, we will just have a normal custom match. And I'll see you during the match. And we are finally live for Flying Eagles against Zephyr here. My squad, against Wolkenstern's squad, but Wolkenstern isn't casting with me, so he'll be playing as well. He is Bronya in this game. We have Bronya, Gort, Look at My Eyes, Quandale, Dingo, and Nergy Wergy for the side of Flying Eagles. But on the other hand, for my squad, Zephyr squad, we have Ice Flame Rose, Moon, Zant, Squishy, and Layla No Mana. Keep in mind, Layla is with us for the crown tourney here, but he's a Flying Eagles member. Though he decided to join us for this, we were happy to have him on our side as he is probably one of the best gold laners I've seen so far. We have Layla for the ban here, the second ban for the side of Zephyr here. I almost got mixed up over here, I'm sorry. And looks like a Nana and a Ixia has been taken out. Since keep in mind it's only 2 bans and 1 ban after the draft phase. We gotta think here. We gotta think. And looks like a ban is missed out for the side of Flying Eagles for some reason. Maybe they had a connection difficulty, but they will still go for it as Gort will be taking the Matilda for the side of Flying Eagles over here. Pretty interesting pick. Nice first pick. We've seen Matilda getting banned so many times, so I'm not that shocked seeing her being picked that early on. Esgort will be taken, then Matilda looks like Zephyr will reply back over here. There's two pretty decent and interesting picks. So we have Arlott and Aurora. I am excited about this. Two heavy picks incoming, and I think this couldn't get any more interesting as the game is getting a lot of meta picks. So let's see how this will play out. Looks like for the side of Flying Eagles, we will have a Valentina picked up by Wolkenstern himself, which is I am Bronya, and looks like Nergy will be taking the Lapu Lapu. We have one last pick before the second band phase, so let's see how this is gonna play out. And it's a Clint coming from Layla. Keep in mind, Clint is his comfortable pick. So it's a pretty exciting to see it right now, right here. I'm pretty excited to see this too. I've seen him on Clint several times, and he was more than fine on that Clint dominating match one after another in the ranked games. So let's see how this will go as we have a band coming in from Zephyr, and they will be taking out the carry, eliminating all possibilities of pretty annoying marksmen here. But keep in mind, Ixia is also taken out. There is still some good marksmen open, like Melissa, a 1-1, and pretty much more. Brody, Beatrix, a lot of marksmen still left open. So Yeah, let's see how this will roll out as Minotaur, will be taken over here for the side of Zephyr. Squishy will take it for himself. He's pretty good on the Minotaur, probably one of his most played roamers this season. So let's see if he can execute the engages pretty well here in
I'm
this
strong,
match.
real strong.
And a Fanny coming in from Quandale Dingle. Unfortunately, I have to
Hey,
cast that
this the
name.
pretty
And we
flowers
have
still
looking
alive.
in my eyes with the Brody pick here. This is pretty interesting as I think this is the first time we see a Fanny. So let's see how this is gonna play out. Will the Fanny get the best early game here, go for kill after kill, or will Zephyr be pretty annoying and block them out? Let's see as the
I
match
told you my
will
money
begin
empire.
soon over here as Hearth is getting picked up by Zen, one of his comfortable picks as well. And let's see how this will play out. Looks like we have a Matilda, Valentina, Lapu, Fanny, Brody against Aurora, Arlott, Clint, Minotaur, and Hearth. And let's see who's gonna take the first match. And we are back with the first match. We have Flying Eagles against Zephyr over here. A pretty interesting match, and I'm also excited to see Wilkerson play instead of casting here. He surprised me with this one, so let's see how it go as Gort will be a bit aggressive here on the invade, trying to make the Hereth Zen use his retribution early on. As he also takes a chunk of squishy HP, but looks like his HP will be taken out a lot from here from Zen as he pulls out the damage from Hereth. What? Harris pulling out that early game damage. Pretty interesting here. Has a lot of damage, I must say, especially combined with the Minotaur's damage and emblem, just almost wiping them up completely. Looks like it's gonna be a safe red for both sides, as no invades is coming in. And looks like a top lane here might be in trouble as Layla could be ganked in any time, but Squishy is not there to back up that much as Gort will engage, will try to take a red buff here, give some vision, but unfortunately does not do so as look at my eyes and Bronya will be ganking Layla. Here we have an engage coming in from Quandale over here. Quandale will be taking Pride of Ice out of Rose and Rose was almost dead as Zen takes the kill and saves Rose over here. Squishy is being taken out by Look in My Eyes and looks like the fight is over. Pretty lucky for that Pride of Ice for Rose here, saving her and she having that near death experience. Unfortunately for Squishy, he is taken out by Look in My Eyes. Looks like the gold laner over here is doing pretty well as he is to 2-0 before 2 minutes. Brody is gonna be one heck of a trouble. Moon engages and on Gort will be using that final slash and making Gort use his flicker. A pretty interesting game here from both sides, especially with Gort being super aggressive and still managing to get out of most situations. Unfortunately, that one time he did get picked up by the Hereth Zen over here. A fight for Moon coming in pretty aggressive, trying to lower enemies' HP as the the bravest fighter will be used from Lapu as Fanny with a cutthroat on Moon, but Moon will reply back with final slash. He still gets the red tree from Quandale over here, and Gort will be taken out. Moon Quandale still engages and doesn't do much and will retreat safely. Looks like torn apart memory coming in from Look in My Eyes, but unfortunately does not pull out the damage he needs and will be low HP. Looks like Layla is doing fine pretty so far here. He did Unfortunately, Dai wants in the early game and has to catch up, so Squishy is probably up there to make sure he is safe from Quandale. A gank is coming up from Gord and Bronya, but at the same time on the bot lane we have Quandale and Nergy over here taking out Moon ever so easily, as Manu and Fury coming in from both Bronya and Squishy, but unfortunately I think this fight will go for the side of Flying Eagles. Never mind, Ice Flame is backing them up with the Frigid Glacier, taking out Gord here, and Quandale Dingo the Cutthroat will stop Zen, as he does not do much with the Zaman Force here, does not get that dashes he needs to get some shield and will be taken out instead, instantly. I think this is a pretty good match so far going for Quandale here on the Fanny, as he is winning those red trees, winning some fights over up and down, and pretty much making it easier for the side of Flying Eagle to get that early and win that map early on. As Gort is still keeping his aggressiveness, trying to give vision up, down, left, and right. Gort is just everyone with that Matilda. You have Quandale going in for a bit of poke, dance a little, and will leave us here as he continue farming here. He's next to Zen here. Looks like a fight might happen, but not really, because Zen will be taking the lethal and retreating with that red tree. Looks like Ice Flame, Rose, Squishy, and Layla are defending themselves here, preventing an engage. Or try to take out Bronya before even the turtle comes up, as Bronya is fighting in against Squishy here, putting out some poke damage. We have a turtle coming in from Flying Eagles, and looks like it'll be safely secured, or will it be stolen, as Zen is over here to contest. A circling eagle coming in from the Matilda, as Bronya will be taking the turtle, and oh, Moon will be instantly wiped out from the cutthroat by the Fanny. Quan Dale over here is on fire today on that Fanny. It looks like it's gonna be banned for next match. We have a fight between Layla and Look in My Eyes here, but unfortunately to go for Look in My Eyes here, as he has a bit too much damage on that Brody. Squishy and Rose here are trying to back up the tower, but I don't think they can, as the pressure from Flying Eagles is just too much. They're zoning them out of the tower. Looks like Zend with the Zaman Force and the Flicker Money and Fury coming in from Squishy, but unfortunately Gort with that Flicker will get out just in time, escape safely and will retreat for his HP. What an escape from Gort here, almost gets picked up, but that last second Flicker outside of the Money and Fury just really saves him over there. Looks like an invade coming in from the side of Flying Eagle on Zen's blue buff. And the Cutthroat coming in from Fanny, taking out Zenta, as the Retribution on the blue buff will be taken from Quandale. What an invade here. Looks the Flying Eagles really holding the map here. They're just winning an invade one after another and being so aggressive, since they have the Fanny, the Matilda, they can just go in whenever they want to leave. Looks like Squishy is gonna be picked up here by the side of Flying Eagle. Zombie left on 1 HP as Quandale gets the cut through, but does not kill, as Monium Fury coming in from IMU Bronya, but instead will be replied back with the Frigid Glacier, as Layla gets 1 and 2 here, double kill where he go for the triple. Moons will take it for himself, as that final slash at the beginning of the fight really changed the tides over here, as they did not have the Fanny, unfortunately, and it goes for the side of Zephyr. Looks like Quandale is he has the damage he needs to one-shot anyone within vicinity, and there it is, taking Moon out. And then I think he has to leave the turtle here, as Zaman Force is used by Zen just to take it as fast as possible, and there it is, the retribution coming in, and it will go for the side of Zephyr. Pretty intense mid coming here. Not, I don't think a fight is gonna happen under the mid tower here. It would be pretty risky for the side of Flying Eagles. Circling Eagles coming in, as Bronya will be engaging, backing up as well on the rep up, but looks like Monium Fury coming in, trying to pick up Zords, and they do, with the Frigid Glacier coming in from Ice Flame Rose, also taking out Quandale in the middle of the fight. Looks like Nerdy going for the backline will be taking out Layla, dealing a lot of damage, and before he gets that Land Shaker, he will be taken out by Zen, as he picks that double kill on both Nerdy and Quandale. What a engage. Looks like the Frigid Glacier coming in from Ice Flame Rose really stopped Zen and his Quandale from his place. It was like a pretty clutch ult coming from Ice Flame Rose, and that changed the fights for them. Pretty interesting here. As looks like Zephyr is making a comeback here since they were so behind. Now they're only more than 1k behind. And looks like Moon will unfortunately be caught in a really terrible position as he is trying to fight for his life, but Gort once again will be taking him out for himself as Brana uses IMU and the final slash from the R-Lock, but apart from that, I think nothing happens afterwards. A mid lane push coming in from side of Flying Eagles and they will try to secure the mid as Flicker coming in from Squishy will decline that with the Money and Fury. Zaman Force pulled in a big fight coming in as Zent gets one kill over here. Bronny will be taken out by Layla of low mana and then looks like a Raging Slash coming in from Energy as Frigid Glacier but will be immune by the Lapu. And that is about it as the Fanny retreats and will have to reform back to his buffs. Looks like they're still going in for a mid lane push as it is actually possible, but it is super risky as well as Layla does have the damage he needs to clear and so he still has Rose with him, keep that in mind. Circling Eagle coming in from Gort but will unfortunately mess up, will try to flicker out but Layla will just pick that up with a double shot. Pretty interesting game here, pretty tough as the fights are going there and here. You know, both teams are just winning the fights constantly, and it's pretty unstable. As Moon does the final slash, will only get the minions here, does not get Bronya, but will still engage on Bronya, expecting a backup here. Zaman Force is pulled up. Looks like they're gonna go for Bronya here, and Bronya will be using that IMU Monian Fury coming in from both sides of the team, and the Frigid Glacier, but unfortunately does not catch Condale or Bronya or Energy. A pretty tough game here going for the side of Zephyr. I think all they need is to take out Quandale and they should be pretty much fine for the rest of the fight as Condell will be engaging as we speak with the Zaman force coming in from Zen but not much since he'll be taken out and Condell is almost taken out here as Layla will chase with the flicker, does not catch him. Moon is in trouble here as he gets taken out once again by Gort and looks like the side of Zephyr will have to retreat as the fight will come to a halt, but never mind, poking comes in from Layla still as Squishy will engage Frigid Glacier, taking out Gort, Ice Flame, Roses the damage on the Aurora, freezing him just in place on having enough damage just to take him out as Layla no mana will still engage here as he gets a few double shots here and there, doing exceptionally well on the Clint, taking out the Rose Gold passive from Quandale. Looks like Squishy with the Flicker Money and Fury will be engaging on Bronya and look in my eyes, but Rose will pick out Rose and look in my eyes and will escape. Looks like a Cutthroat coming in from the Fanny on the Ice Flame Rose. Quandale will retreat here as he does not have any more energy. Pride of Ice has been used. They will try to go for Ice Flame Rose and before she dies, gets shut down here, she will have to pull her one last Frigid Glacier before being taken out. Unfortunately, not much happens here, so Zephyr will have to come to a retreat. A pretty tough match here to cast, to be honest, especially when the fights are just coming in constantly. Looks like Bronya and Gort will be taking a chunk out of Squishy's HP, and Condale here is trying to fight Moon, but will find himself in trouble and will escape with the cables as mid tower will fall from the side of Zephyr. Looks like Flying Eagles finally got that one tower they've been wanting to push for so long, and I think it is time for them to probably bait or prepare a lord as we speak here. Moon will be giving vision here as Gort will try to engage on Moon and Zent. And final slash coming in from Moon as long as Frigid Glacier cancelling the bravest fighter from Lapu Lapu. And Bronya with that flicker, Manu Fury unfortunately does not get anyone as Zent will be taking up a double kill from Gort. Whoa, what a fight. Unfortunately, we didn't see Ice Flame Rose get taken out in the midst of war here, but I'm pretty much guessing that Quandale just used Cutthroat on the back line to take her out. Looks like Zephyr is going to start on Lord right now as the Zaman Force is used by Zen. And Bronya, with look in my eyes, are preparing for something, for a steal probably. Will they go for it? As look in my eyes will be taking it with his first kill with the Brody over here, but not much will happen afterwards. He has to retreat, and looks like Zed is taken out from Coandil Dingo with a cutthroat. A fight still goes on pretty rough here as Moon is trying to heal up with his passive on the Arlot over here, going back and right, but will be taken out by Nergy's Raging Slash. And pretty unfortunate for the side of Zephyr as Zenta does not get that retry and will be taken from the Brody over here. Look in my eyes, what a steal! What an amazing steal coming from him over here. That definitely changes the tide of game and it looks like the domination has been repossessed again from the side of Flying Eagles. Fortunately for the side of Zephyr, they will have to retreat. And if you look at the gold farm here, as you can see, Layla with a 10k ahead of almost everyone. But Gort will be using Circling Eagles, seeing for 3 people at the same time. But unfortunately, there's not a fight coming on here. It looks like Quandil Dingle's just going back in and out, getting the damage, hoping to pick up someone, but will not do so as the damage is not enough to take out anyone. Lord coming in from the bot lane. Looks like Layla is standing a bit too forward, trying to poke it out, and looks like a Lord will be crashed on the bot lane. Will they try to push for the bot lane here? Nope, the Frigid Glacier coming in, taking out the Lord immediately, but the mid lane inhibitor will be falling, and probably will be the top lane too. Looks like this could be a game-ending push as the side of Flying Eagles are poked heavily over here. Quandil Dingle gets his rose gold taken out by Layla and looks like the fight will come to a halt as there is not much for the side of Flying Eagles to do here apart from just wait and freeze. A pretty tough match, I must say. From both sides. I mean, looks like Flying Eagles are getting the better of these, though they have an advantage, so it's still pretty tough for them to win a fight. Gort going in a circling eagle look like they're trying to go for moon, but Gort energy will have to go for a hold as it is not really a good position to go for an Arlot, isn't it? Looks like a few double shots coming in from Layla as he will be chased out by Quandil Dingo, but unfortunately does not have damage to pull out enough damage. And Money Fury coming in from Squishy and looks like Gort Energy will be after retreat. Gort to use the flicker to get out. Looks like a reply from Bronya coming back here, but unfortunately will be taken out instantly by Zen as Zen will be surviving. Nope, never mind. Will be taken out by Quandil Dingle over here and a Frigid Glacier coming in from Ice Flame Rose. Doesn't do much. Looks like a circling you coming from Gort once again to dive Layla and will be interrupted just in time for Squishy to take the kill as Nergy will be trying to go for an end here, but Layla is there just in time to stop that end. An engage coming in from Layla as he will be using double shot to take out Look at My Eyes, but will be taken out by Quandale Dingle as well. And looks like the defense from Squishy and Rose will be coming in here as not much will be happening afterwards. The thing is, can Squishy defend Ice Flame Rose from the Fanny that is going to be here now? Or never mind, looks like Quandale will be invading instead some of the green jungles here and preparing for the Lord whenever Flying Eagles get up. It looks like Flying Eagles can really take this since they can only defend. They don't have Layla with them. The Clint is pretty crucial during these fights. And they unfortunately do not have the Clint. So what are their options here? Probably a steal or play safe. Or they're just gonna wait for Layla to come back as Lord is not started yet. A pretty tough match, I must say. Looks like Aqua and Elding will take his blue buff as we have Nergy is pressuring on the bot lane, but Layla will be sitting there just defending just in time. Stopping that push whatsoever. They don't want that top bot inhibitor, I mean, to be fallen. And looks like Lord has started as Quan Ildingo and Look at My Eyes are starting it. Looks like Squishy is trying to go and, provide some vision knowing he can't take that much damage from the Valentina. But will engage is a Money Fury coming in with a flicker. Unfortunately, does not get much as a reply coming out from Bronya against Circling Eagles. And Zaman Force coming in from the side of Zant. Zant will be continue to engage, but Quan Ildingo will be taken out as Bronya will secure the Lord once again for the side of Flying Eagles since Zent was not there to take it for himself. pretty unfortunate for the side of Zephyr. They do not get the Lord, but looks like Layla will be in trouble as Nergy will continue to engage with the Land Shaker and Flicker taking out Layla over here. That is that's pretty big over there as Zaman Force coming in from Zent, but will be taken out from a double kill by Force as they try to take out Gort. Looks like a Ferging Glacier coming in from Ice Flame Rose, but does not do much apart from freeze. The minions will be the ending. Is this the end of the game? Looks like they're still pushing as a minion wave coming in with the Lord Squishy trying to defend, but look at my eyes with the flicker will be ending the game. It is 1-0 for the side of Flying Eagles. What a match! Pretty tough match for the both sides here. I'm probably gonna say that most fights before First Lord were going for the side of Zephyr, but then after that, since the First Lord had been stolen and Flying Eagles were able to take position back into the game and keep it throughout the entire game. So that was pretty interesting, and it's a 1-0 for Flying Eagles right now. Let's see if it's gonna be a 2-0 or will Zephyr reply back. And we are back for game number 2, Zephyr against Flying Eagles. It is 1-0 for Flying Eagles. It has been a pretty tough match for the side of Zephyr, but let's see if they can make a comeback here and turn it into a third match, as we have an Ixia coming in from the Flying Eagles and a Nana as well, as so is Zephyr having Fanny and Diggy taken out. Looks like they learned their lesson saying that we can deal with the Fanny, and looks like a Squishy already going into the really fast pick as Tigreal will be taken as a first pick for the side of Zephyr. I mean, they do have that Diggy band out. I guess they want to go for it, but keep in mind they can still reply. For the side of Flying Eagles, they can still take Valentina. They can still take Akai to annoy Tig, but looks like an Aurora and a Cho will be taken here for Bronya and Gord.
Wipe out all the injustice in the world.
What? Oh, two heavy picks here, and a Cho being picked early on is also pretty interesting. I am excited to see that. And yeah, you definitely know Aurora is a really dangerous pick coming here. So let's see how this will play out. Looks like a Moon goes in with the CC pick here as a Odette coming for Ice Flame Rose. What a pick here. I am excited about that Odette pick. And she play pretty well on that Odette actually. She has a TikTok for herself as well where she sometimes posts stuff I think, and she does pretty good plays with the Odette, so I'm pretty excited about that. Looks like look at my eyes for the side of Flying Eagles is going in for the last pick, and never mind, he'll be swapping energy with that Ruby pick over here. That is really fun to see, especially against the Tigreal. They still have a Cho left, so I think Squishy is in a bit of trouble unless execution goes perfect. Looks like Guinevere will be banned here from the sides of Flying Eagles, and Zyver Squad will be having Layla banning, and I'm pretty much gonna guess they're gonna go for like a marksman ban once again, maybe a carry, maybe um what's her name again, One or maybe Brody, but once again we don't know yet as Layla is thinking over here. Maybe they could take out a jungler too. But there it is, never mind, a carry is coming out
I've been
again.
waiting for too long.
Pretty interesting here. Pretty tough match. The drafting over here, having that Tigreal first pick definitely surprised me. I mean, especially when you have the Digimon. I think he just got a YOLO it at this point. Looks like Look in my eyes is picking here marksman for the side of Zephyr will be swapping Quandale as the Brody will be picked up once again. We saw
Pain
him last
is
time.
the
He was
proof that
pretty
I'm
good on
still
the Brody,
alive.
so let's see if he's gonna have the same performance this match. Last two picks coming in from the side of Zephyr. They have the last two picks over here as Zed will be showing in the Marcus. Wonder if he's gonna take it though. And looks like the Martis is picked up and Layla with the Layla. Whoa, wait a minute here. Layla with the Layla? That's pretty interesting. This is something I want to watch now. This is something I'm excited to see. So let's see how this is gonna go for the side of Zephyr. That is pretty interesting over here. I'm enjoying this so far. I wanted to see this. I remember voice chatting with Layla and telling him like you should play Layla in the tournament since your name is Layla. And looks like one day with the last pick will be taking Xborg. Pretty interesting here, and looks like a pretty rough draft for both teams over here. I'm pretty excited to see that Layla, and so probably everyone else. So let's see how they will perform. I will see you during the match. And we are here, everyone. Sorry it took us a bit longer than usual. We had some technical difficulty, but we are back as Gord's going in for a poke here, so is Squishy. And I'm pretty excited to see that Layla in action. Let's see if a Savage is gonna be coming in from the side of Zephyr, gold laner over here. Looks like Gort is going in for the early aggression as he is giving Vision the threat buff so far. But unfortunately for the side of Flying Eagles, not much they can do apart from play safely and farm normally as Bronya gets poked heavily by Ice Flame Rose and Squishy, but will reply back. Gort fighting Zend here on the early game and will try to disrupt him as much as possible. And we having Quandale Dingle coming in from the side of Flying Eagles, probably gonna get an early gank on the Layla. Gort gets caught really badly by Ice Flame Rose here as the first blood is picked up. Looks like Layla is playing safe, knowing that there is a gank coming from him from from the side of Flying Eagles. He just stayed safe and really good positioning as well. And a pretty bad catch from Gort here. Even though he still has Flicker, I'm pretty much sure he couldn't use it thanks to Ice Flame Rose's Immobilize. Squishy gets poked a bit too heavily and will have to recall. Both junglers are level 4 as we can see here. A turtle is coming up. This could be a turtle fight or they're gonna have to wait and try to get to level 5. As Quandale Dingle is clearing his green jungle, so is that. Gort providing vision. Looks like he's gonna go and try to disrupt the top lane, and so is Ice Flame Rose. She has her swan song ready. I'm probably looking for an engage with that, as 4-man Flying Eagles are going in for a top lane, trying to get a dive here, but not much will happen. Squishy with that implosion ready. He's waiting to engage. Looks like a flicker also is gonna be coming in, and Squishy with the 3-man implosion, taking out 3 people. The swan song with a backup will be taken out. Bronya's Pride of Ice as Gort will be taken out by Squishy and will also take the Lord Tigreal. 3-man implosion, taking out Gort and taking the turtle? What? That is that is interesting over here. What a play from Squishy. Looks like a torn apart memory is coming and will be taking out most of Layla's HP down. And looks like Squishy is going in for another pull for the side of Zephyr, but ooh, Gort will be getting out before Zent gets his decimate. He just used that flicker just in time. Pretty normal 1v1 coming here from Moon as he uses Curtain Call to get as much damage as possible, but apart from that, I think XP lane is pretty chill. Squishy here for the backup for the side of gold lane here. Layla, he kinda needs protection because Layla's a pretty limited hero in terms of the movement. She can only rely so much on flicker and on her passive movement speed, so let's see here as Gort is trying to look for an engage, but Layla is pretty safe here thanks to Squishy. And looks like Zen is also gonna be ganking here. As look at my eyes tries to go for an engage. Layla will flicker and an implosion miss coming from Squishy here. Gort is still looking trying to get some poke in. I think he was looking for an opening to get that way of dragon, but unfortunately does not. So he has to retreat here. A poke coming in from Bronya as they free Squishy. Looks like Quandale Dingle here is just gonna rotate normally, continue farming up until to level 7 and probably will be taking that next lure. They will go for it. Squishy is still keeping protection for the Layla. And Lena will be picked out over here by Bronya and Gort. Will he be taken out? Looks like look at Miles is here to finish him off, and he does successfully as Frigid Glacier just comes in time from Bronya. But Ice Flame Rose a little bit too late, but still goes in with the Swan Song and will be taken out. Look into my eyes with that Swan Song and Flicker. But over here we have Zen taken out by Quandale Dingo with the last insanity over here. It looks like Turtle might have to fall for the side of Zephyr. Unless Moon goes in for the backline here, makes Bronya escape when uses his flicker. And pretty rough engages here as unfortunately for the side of Zephyr, they did lose a Layla, but it's fine because Layla always has time. I will be coming back into the game late in the late game. And for the side of Flying Eagles, they could not secure that lure since they had used already so much material. It is not viable for them to take a fight during Turtle, I mean. So, looks like Implosion coming in from Squishy, Curtain Call coming in from Moon, and will they be taking out Nergy Wergy. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't get a way out, so looks like Turtle might have to fall for the side of Flying Eagles. I mean, Zephyr. Unfortunately, for the Flying Eagle squad here, they're just going for their gold laner Layla. He is also from Flying Eagles, but they do not take him out as he successfully escapes the four-man dive. He said, I'm not gonna be taken up by my own squad again. And looks like Squishy and Zent are going and fighting Gort. And Gort will be using Flicker on that wall. Does not get the full range of the Flicker, but still gets out. A Curtain Call is used from Moon, but I don't think it's anything at this point. Pretty rough XP over here. As you can see, Moon is doing pretty well on that CC. Just clearing, rotating, using the curtain call whenever he wants. As you say the curtain call, he has it again. Looks like Squishy is here to back up the upcoming gank coming in from Flying Eagles. As Way of the Dragon will be used on Squishy, and last Insanity. Of course, Squishy gets out just in time, taking out Gord alongside and Decimate coming from Zent coming in. A Conceal still coming in. Squishy still has more fight in him as he still has that Implosion and Flicker. Is probably looking to get both Nergy and Bronya. Let's see over here as he goes in, but will be frozen just in time, taken up by Bronya over here with a Frigid Glacier as Ice Flame Rose is caught in a really bad position, but still gets the Swan Song for some damage. Fortunately for Claudio Dingo, he does not take out Moon, but Bronya will instead take it out for himself. And this fight goes for the side of Flying Eagles as Bronya really clutched up with the Frigid Glacier, stopping Squishy just in time before getting stunned. What a fight. Looks like a pretty passive play is gonna be coming from both teams as Gort is still keeping on that aggression, still giving the vision deep in the enemy jungle. And at this point, I would probably say Flying Eagles are taking every chance to just like whenever they see Squishy the Tigreal, they will just take any chance to go for it. And looks like Quandilding is his Fraga armor will be taken out instantly as Moon goes in for the 5-man. Bronya will be using Flicker, but will be stopped by the Curtain Call. Torn apart memory coming in, but Squishy will be interrupted from that implosion thanks to Gort and the Swan Song coming in from Ice Flame Rose. But Layla will be taken out nerdy worthy instead as the assist goes for the rest of the team. What a play from Zephyr here. A big fight happens, only energy has been taken out, but I pretty much say they wanted that. They wanted to win some advantage here. Gord goes in for the Way of the Dragon, try to take Layla, but instead will just leave because he knows he does not have enough damage nor the backup to just take out Layla. Still trying to go for the aggression here, but Layla will be accompanied by Moon here and will be staying safe instead as he heals up. I'm so excited about the Layla over here once again. It is 9 minutes of the game. We can see Layla pulling out a lot of damage so far. A bit of good damage here for enough to win a team fight, hopefully. Looks like Gort is still going in a bit aggression, trying to give vision. He knows damn well that Squishy is just camping there, and so is Moon going in for a bit of poke on Gort, making him to go back. For the side of Flying Eagles, they really wanna go in for the lore. They don't want Zephyr to take position with the Layla, especially knowing that the Layla and Martis can take it pretty quick. Look at my eyes is hopefully looking for another steal with the Brody since last game, but does not and will be getting caught instead by Moon. As a curtain call coming in with ICM rolls taken out. Look at my eyes, but the fight still goes on here as Layla will be taking the Lord for the side of Zephyr and Squishy will be retreating after that implosion since he couldn't get it off successfully. And looks like this goes pretty well for the side of Zephyr as Layla takes Lord and Ice Flame Rhodes and Moon will be taken out. Look at my eyes in the top lane. But there might be a downside here as mid lane could possibly get pushed over here and as we speak it does get pushed unfortunately. Lord is coming in for the side of Zephyr over here as Flying Eagles will have to stay back and defend it. Split push coming in from Moon here on the bot lane here as he really wants to push for a bit, play a bit of play objective over here. Squishy going in from the backline gets frozen and interrupted. Frigid Glacier coming in from Bronya. Layla going in with a lot of poke on Gort here, forcing him to go back. And I don't think he wants to get caught by that Way of Dragon whatsoever, so his only chance is just to fight back the troll. Squishy goes in with the implosion, trying to take out Quandale Dingo here, but Quandale Dingo has more than enough defense, and looks like a Gort going in on that Layla, but Layla will be taking them out instead with a Destruction Rush. And oh, I'm offended Flicker coming in from Nergi, unfortunately does not catch what he needs and will have to go back. Also, that Swan Song coming from Ice Flame Rose coming in a lot of damage, and an Engage coming in from Moon and Squishy will be interrupted as Torn Apart Memory almost takes out Moon. And they also got interrupted by Bronya's freeze here. Aurora is such a good mage to stop or engage in general. Pretty, I think she's more of a like a supportish type mage nowadays, and she's doing pretty well. Fine, we will relax here for now, as a lot of stuff been happening left and right over here. So looks like both teams will have to come to a halt. You know, both playing safe, trying to find an opening from one another. Game is going pretty well for the side of Zephyr so far. Mid lane over here looks like a fight is cooking up. But instead, I'm pretty much guessing that the Zephyr squad will try to prepare for Lord, as Gort will be probably taken out over here. Nope, he has to use Flicker to get out, as Curtain Call comes in on both Gort and Bronya, but not much from it happens. Squishy gets a bit of poke here coming from Kondo Dingle. I mean, you don't want to get poked by the X-Borg to be honest, especially as a tank, knowing that X-Borg deals a lot of damage, especially when he gets the War Axe stacked up, so Not that's something you definitely do not want to get poked by. Looks like Gort over here will be using conceal to get out. Also Squishy, a Frigid Glacier coming in, but Squishy will have to use Flicker not to get frozen because if he gets caught over here, he would have been slain by the side of Flying Eagles. Moon going in pretty aggressively here with a vengeance. Way of Dragon coming as Layla takes Lord, and looks like Curtain Calls coming in, stopping both Exborg and Show Gort, but Destruction Rush coming in. Squishy be taken out by Quandale Dingo. Gort is found in a really bad position as Layla still going in for the fight, trying to take out the Brody here on a low HP, and Gort will be taken out by Tower here. Just gives up, doesn't want to give the kill for Zent here, and will be getting executed as Ice Flame Rose getting dragged in by the Ammo Fended and will be taken out from Flying Eagles. Looks like Curtain Call coming in on both Ruby and Aurora, stopping them just in place, but it will be out again. As the Lord is pushing the top inhibitor, looks like Zephyr is keeping up the pressure on this match as they are relying so much on Layla and on Moon as well. Moon being one of the best fronts so far we've seen in this fight, just going in constantly, tanking every damage coming in from the side of Flying Eagles. He is definitely one of the biggest threats we've seen for the side of Flying Eagles. But keep in mind, because Quandale also as well is the tank melter, so once the Squishy is taken out, there's not much engages to be done here as Gort will be picked up by Squishy with the implosion and the decimate missed by the Martis, but to still be taken him out as he immunes that freeze coming from Aurora. The Frigid Glacier. Looks like they still want to go for a fight as Ice Flame Rose is preparing herself for positioning, but Squishy does not get the drag he needs, not the push he needs, not the knockup he needs. So they will have to come to a halt here. I think they're probably gonna prepare for the next minute because there is a Lord coming up, and I would just say you don't want to have a teammate down during Lords, so that especially in this match, every kill matters. Looks like Squishy and Zen are camping over here on the bush right there, waiting for something to pick up, and looks like they'll go for a bit of poke on Xborg here, as Moon will be get caught by the Aurora, but Implosion coming, replying back from Squishy, taking out the Faraga armor from Quandale Dingo, as Ice Flame Rose with the Swan Song, almost taken out both Quandale and Look in My Eyes. The Brody and the Xborg almost gets wiped here by the Odette alone, but they get out just in time. Gort here now. It's not going pretty well for him as he's starting to take a lot of damage from that Layla, and looks like he will use Flicker, but oh, he does not escape as Layla uses Destruction Rush plus Insanity coming in from Quandale as Snow is that amazing freeze coming in from Bronya. Frigid Glacier. Bronya is 1 HP but will be taken out from the Vengeance coming from Moon. And looks like a torn apart memory has been used here from Look in My Eyes, but Layla did survive thankfully for that Wind of Nature. Top inhibitor will fall over here as another Lord will fall for the side of Zephyr. Is this a... That's a pretty fast Lord coming in from the side of Zephyr. I think my mic just muted itself while I was talking. Looks like the Lord is up for the side of Zephyr once again. Will they try to go for the NS? This is the third Lord of the game. Minute 16, a pretty tough match for both teams over here. It looks like Squishy is trying to win the map here, you know, get some vision for his team. Because if he gets the right side vision, then he definitely knows they're on the opposite side. And looks like Zen is going in, but the Frigid Glacier coming in from Bronya unfortunately does not hit anyone. Squishy is going deep in as the implosion will be used randomly here. Will be taken out by the tower and Quandale as I'm offended coming in from Nergi, taking both Layla and the Odette over here. Looks like Bronya will be taken out. Ice Flame Rose and Zen caught in a really difficult position. Will be taken for the triple kill coming in from Quandale. And looks like it's almost a wipeout. They have to realize they still have a CC over here disrupting the mid lane. Great play coming in from Moon here as they don't want the side of Flying Eagles to push. I think though Flying Eagles have one minion and that is probably more than enough for them to try and end the game as they do have pretty tanky team here and still they are going for it. They don't care. It's just one minion, but they will go for the 2-0 here. Good game. One single minion is all Flying Eagles needed just to end the match. Two towers and a base with just one minion. What a game. It looked pretty promising for the side of Zephyr until that last fight and that one last push coming in from the side of Flying Eagles. And it's GG. Pretty interesting match, pretty fun match to watch here. I certainly enjoyed casting it. I am a bit disappointed in Zephyr since I coached them, but I did not coach them for a while for this tournament since they said they're gonna practice on their own. But it's fine though, because we still have a lot of matches coming in from the league. So if that's the case, I'm pretty interested for what's coming from Zephyr and also from Flying Eagles. Pretty fun match. And we will see you next time. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Make sure you check out the TikTok once again. We made a TikTok and we'll be uploading pretty cool and funny clips on there. So yeah, see ya.